You know, she's oh, this one is so cute. How so cute, children. Good evening, children. At last I've come back to this class. I didn't teach you. No, I taught you. Yes, I remember your teeth. Now, what about the other children? Other children?
Then that's master. Master. That's master. That really is scared of me.
So that's why they didn't come? Are you sure they're scared of me? That's why they didn't come? Or you're just telling me some?
Actually, ma'am, our exams are coming next week, so we are all thinking of to
All of you are?
we are taking a study.
Yeah,
They told they will come, but because of rain, they are not.
he's telling me everybody's scared of me. That's what they're not coming.
They only told they will come today, and they will.
Yeah.
But they didn't come because of the.
They come. Shall I take this time? Sure, no problem. You pay your fees, all fees are 50, you pay.
Yes, ma'am.
And I can kill you. Why should you this up on? I know.
Ma'am, why do you want to kill it?
Because he said me, all of them are absent because they're fighting.
His father is in police.
I don't care. I don't care. If he's talking nonsense, then his father can be a policeman, he can be a policeman. I'm not bothered, I'm not doing anything wrong. Now what to do? Today, what shall I do? Shall I do prepositions?
Oh, okay, ma'am, whatever you want.
Now, whatever I can do, I am told to do prepositions, you do several prepositions. Okay? But when do we start? Okay. I hope these children come. What about active and passive voice? Did we do? I did. Who taught you active and passive?
Active and passive.
And have I given you? And what about degrees of comparison also have done with you?
Degrees of comparison, yes, something like that.
Yeah, but are you all very proficient in it, or you want to revision?
Little bit up.
Huh?
Little, can you just take a test?
Yes. So that means you don't want me to do active and passive voice. You want me to do degrees of comparison?
Yes, yes, just a
Fine. Fine. We just wait for this to come.
I'm actually,
Come. क्या है किधर बच्चा है?
ऑनलाइन आएगा तो आई.
So okay, we do it. Whatever I'll start. Now we come to degrees. Now when we talk about degrees, the degrees of comparison. Now we apply degrees of comparison to which part of speech, children? To which part of speech do we apply it to noun? Do we apply it to verbs? Do we apply it to prepositions? So what do we apply it? No. To adjectives only. To adjectives only. Degrees of comparison are applied to adjectives only. Smart, smarter, smartest. What is smart? If it's not an adjective. Yes or no? Yes or no? Yes. So degrees of comparison are for adjectives only. Okay? Now see what that boy is doing. Why are you putting it down?
nothing, I'm just.
Look at me, and I want you to look at me only, not anywhere else. So degrees of comparison are applied to which part of speech?
Adjectives.
Now we have got how many degrees of comparison? Three. Positive, comparative, and super. You want me to write anything on the board? Tell you. I'll tell you. Now, if you have positive, how do you know it's positive? How do you know it's comparative? How do you know it's superative? And how do you change from one form to another? Always remember that when we are talking about positive degree, always it will be a particular pattern. Like for example, it will be as, the adjective in between as, and we continue with the sentence. As smart as her, as naughty as. It is positive degree. As, adjective in between, as. Okay, so that is your positive degree. Same thing, I use the word smart as, smart as. Now we are going to do the comparative form. If we are doing the comparative form, it will be in what style? ER. So the adjective will be ER. Smart will become smarter. And then as smart as positive becomes smarter than comparative. In comparative, the pattern has to be ER than. ER than. Correct? Okay. Now, remember in the case of comparative and in the case of positive, you are using these two forms only for two or more people. Two or more people use positive degree, use comparative degree. If you're using positive as, adjective as. If you're using comparative, it will be ER than. And if you're using the last form, which is superlative, it will be EST. The EST of smartest. Okay, smartest. That is extreme.
But it should come with the at the start.
Pardon me? It should,
That word should start with the at the start.
the
Smartest.
not necessary. Not necessary. I can give you sentences where the word the is not there. Okay, smartest. It is not a, it's not a pakka rule. It's a general rule. Okay, but it is general. It will differ. So we can't make it a pakka rule. So superlative is EST, smartest. And it is always used for a large crowd. For a large crowd. Okay. So if we say that he is the smartest, or he is smartest, he is the smartest person. Okay. How will you make this? Now change the degree. Now what degree is that? Which degree? He is the smartest person. It is that. Take out your mask. There's no need. Take out the mask. You're far away from each other. Superlative. Now, if I say change the degree of comparison, suppose if I change it, you simply switch one to use. You can use any. If you want to use positive, you use positive. If you want to use comparative, you can use comparative because already superlative is there. Since you're going to get 1 mark, you only 1 degree of comparative. Don't use both. Correct? So, how will you make it comparative? He is the smartest person.
He's smarter than most of the.
He is smarter than all.
He's smarter than all.
He is smarter than all. Then
He is as smart as others.
what is my sentence? He is the smartest.
No one is as smart as you.
Always, when you use the superlative and you're making it positive, no one. Because he's the best. No one can come. So the word no one has to be there. Is this clear? What are the bits that we have? This much one. Okay. So now, shall we do some examples? Okay. So this way, the number of active and passive words, you only revise with your active and passive words, so you'll know. Active and passive words, everybody knows.
Yes.
Everybody knows. No problem. Policeman. Huh? Okay. So now, if you have got degrees of comparison, have you completed all your exercises from the book?
Yes.
Who will do it? That's correct. Aaj mat karo. Next day you do. Next step. Please next step karo. Aaj mat karo. Aaj बैठकर मेरे तरफ से देखो. I am the most beautiful woman in the world. Sit down like this. Look at me. Come on. Where is your volume? Take out the volume. Complete from the volume. Complete from this book. Everybody total English.
Degree of comparison.
Yeah. What about total English? Have you got total English?
Yes.
Have you got that book with you? Take out the book and work out those answers first. Today we do degrees of comparison. दोनों और इधर से मैं दे दूं यहाँ से भी दे दूं ये बुक में से
चलेगा
तो कर लो मेरे से दस कैसे only you want to do it or you want to write written written no चलो जल्दी करो फटाफट जल्दी करो
I like writing.
do it fast but I want to start with prepositions.
I'm just
You have done it all. Okay. All you.
On the page.
It's not. Yeah.
$59.
What is it? From the volume then. Oh, what about total English? Total English what is also?
Totally.
See.
Last time we took contribution.
No, but this one is answers to the book.
You made us right.
You wrote it. This is from where total English. No.
You made that you will not
Uh-huh.
volume. So you made us right this question.
I gave you orally my own word, my own sentences. From total English. Okay. You just check and see. नहीं है
Totally.
टोटल इंग्लिश में डिजिटल कंपैरिजन नहीं है
And there are random questions on particular chapter. Specific question.
comparison of idea 161 to 173. 161 to 173. 161. Again, we make that one.
Actually happened.
Degrees of some idea. है वही किया है
Yes, ma'am.
आप लोग किया है
Yes, ma'am.
मैम ये not done.
हाँ?
हमारे क्लास में
आपने किया
हम हमारे क्लास में जो आएंगे
we have done this but I did not write. Okay, you do it then now.
Yes, ma'am.
You will do it now. You are going to do it now. 161. किधर है आपका book?
Actually, I'm scared from one this one. That's why.
Okay, then I will do इतना झूठ बोलता है इसका मतलब
हम पहले बोल रहा था घर में रिनोवेशन कर रहा है
No, no, I'm saying for.
तो बात छोड़ के चला गया the problem is you whatever you are doing you are cheating yourself not me if you take a cheating in forget it okay now I'm going to give you my book okay degrees of comparison language here as you do the comparison अच्छा now okay all right okay so three of you have got your book
Yes, ma'am.
you are doing your work do come three of you sit here and do these exercises come here you have what have you got your book to do
Yes, ma'am.
you are doing your
Okay,
work
ma'am. I have like 3 to 4 information.
you have to do na and do come here you sit and do this this happens. They've already given you how to do it. And they're giving you instructions. You do it. Keep it. Keep it. Calcutta is larger than most cities. What are you supposed to do? Very few cities are fast. No. What are you supposed to do?
Begin Kolkata is.
Kolkata is. So, what is the question?
Very few cities are as large as Goa.
Very few cities are as large as, so Kolkata is one of the, very few are larger, no?
Ma'am, it will be Kolkata is one of the very few largest cities. Okay. One of the largest.
One of the largest cities.
Ma'am, but it is few also, so one of the few largest cities.
A few cities are as large as Kolkata.
But it is going to begin with Kolkata.
This is beginning with Calcutta. Calcutta, what did you write down there?
No, one of them.
One of them is larger than most cities, and Calcutta is one of the most, is larger than most, no, it's one of the
Ma'am,
largest.
I have written Kolkata is one of the largest cities.
Yes, one of the largest. Come, sit with me. Where are you?
I'm leaving to go. Attendance.
Uh-huh.
Ma'am, can you help me in this? I get up earlier than she does and as I do.
I get up earlier than she does. She does not get up as early as I do. As early as. As means always positive. So what is the thing of earlier? That's okay. No problem. What I said, this is my explanation for digital comparison. Last time you did I know you were always absent. For digital comparison.
Only one lecture I was asking.
I'm not there. I
I
wrote
was
it.
there. But
I wrote in it.
you wrote in a note. Okay, so you have understood or you have any difficulties in digital comparison? You don't have any difficulties. So have you finished up all the exercises from the volume,
Yes, ma'am.
from the total case also?
This one we did this thing.
You have done it.
You discussed.
Then you come and work from this book. That's what I'm gonna. But I won't practice prepositions afterwards. And then I will not revise this anymore. I don't think that you should have to change it. You know, just I'm going to be there for the rest of my life and your life. Oh, you want to change your teacher again?
Yeah.
December is the coldest month. December is the coldest month in India. No other month is as cold as December. Yeah, see, no other, no, immediately no positive.
As is better than a dead horse.
So can we write
I think both card, yeah.
can we write living as is good instead
A
of
living
dead?
ass is better than a dead horse. Use good instead of better.
Now, I have thought that a dead horse is not as good as a living
A living ass is better than a dead. A dead horse is not as good as a
dead horse.
living is not as good as a living ass. Living ass.
Can you repeat that sentence?
A dead horse is not as good as a living ass.
Ma'am, she is as fresh as a flower. Begin a flower. So ma'am, we will write a flower as fresh as a.
No.
Ma'am, the tenth.
Wait. Sentence. She is as fresh as a flower. Begin. A flower. She is as fresh. नहीं दोनों same है ना. She is as fresh as a flower.
Ma'am, a flower is fresh as
Is
a.
as fresh as she is. She is as fresh as she is.
Number 8 lead is heavier than any other metal. Use
Lead is heavier than any other metal. Heavier.
so
Is heavier than any other metal. In other words, it's heaviest. Lead is heavier than any other metal. Correct. So use heavy. So
I written no other metal is
it's
as heavy.
perfect. You are able to get your work done?
Yes.
पक्का? No difficulty, any difficulty immediately ask, huh? Don't be quiet. What about that other boy next to you?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
This volume.
Able to do everything?
Yes, ma'am.
Any difficulty ask me.
Ma'am, he is not the best boy in the class. Begin, he is no better than. He is no better than. Ma'am, will be right. He is no better than any other boy in the class.
See, when you calcium, you know, one line is roughly exactly. Oi, Finished or complete? आपका handwriting इतना
मैम पेंसिल से उसमें बहुत
कोई
सारे-
कितना है?
मैम बुक में देखो मैम बहुत अच्छा है।
See, they are coming. Kalidasa is the greatest of Indian poets. Greatest, eh? Use greater. You can say no Indian poet is greater than.
कालिदास is greater than any other.
Wrong नहीं है लेकिन construction जरा tricky है. Half a mark हमने दिया और the other give you 0. See, you are writing English also, na? You see, perfect.
No other poet is
I
greater
don't
than.
know. No Indian poet is greater than Kalidasa. Rainbow is one of the most beautiful sights. Very few sights are accurate. The town is not so clean as that town. Which clean? That town is, this town is not so clean. That town is cleaner than this town. Correct. Okay, all right. Half of it मैंने किया तो
मैम just तीन पूछे मैंने बाकी
कभी ये इधर उधर पीछे बैठा नहीं करूँगा. Because I have to get to wait after 1 hour. I will do prepositions. Okay.
We have to start. Yes, MOVR 3C. It's in 2 only because it is for our test. On 11.
When is your test?
Now 11.
On 11.
Yes,
I don't
ma'am.
have a test. I don't have a lecture with you before that.
No, this is the
last
last
it
one.
is the last lecture.
So
You
what?
can take it on Friday.
Huh?
You can take it on Friday.
No, but I don't have a class with you.
Ma'am, but you can take it.
No, I am in Nairobi.
Now, if possible, you can submit it till Act 2. So C2, sorry, C2.
I finished it already with you.
Yes, ma'am. C2 किया.
Act 3 का.
Act 3 का. हाँ, मेरा सुना है पूरी.
Okay. Then in that case,
So ma'am, can we finish the position?
we'll do that now. Come here, one more minute. Come, we'll do that now. Then just you can read it to emoji. So don't you do it. I don't have my textbook with me. I will got my textbook.
I have.
How I have a textbook? I don't have a textbook with me. That is something to book. Now,
Act 3 C2.
at 3 scene 2. At 3,
कैसे?
at 3 scene 2. क्या आपने लिखा है?
I'm ready.
3 scene 2. ये कितना बहुत बड़ा है? It's very big.
Yes, ma'am. Act
Yes,
3 is
ma'am.
like this.
At 3 scene 2.
Yes, ma'am. Coming from that one. That one.
I'll do it. Okay. At 3 scene 2. Okay. तो आपको किधर मेरा पास है?
Ma'am, मैं share कर दूँ.
Okay. Now. अरे मैंने ये किया है.
मैम पता है मैम मुझे आपने किया
I
है.
have done this. I have done this.
मैं रोया भी था मूवी के.
I have done this. I cannot do this again. Repeat. But after मैंने repeat करके because again problem.
Now you can mute the Zoom mic when you can start.
Pardon me.
You can mute the Zoom mic.
I didn't. How do you say? Act 3, scene 3. Act 3, scene 3.
You start Act 4.
Act 3, scene 3.
we have done acquisition.
No, activities we have done.
And two.
Act, I have done that. I did it, yeah. Now we do act 3, C3. And then I can do act 3, C4. And act 3, C5. Okay, now we start with act 3, C3.
Yes.
Where is your book? Your book, you got your book? You got your book? Where's your book? You can have it.
Like grammar में कैसे? Who has said?
Which is the one?
बोल ना.
Okay. Then you got your book. Yeah. Oh, now, here is the book. I have got the book. What is it? I think that's it.
Now can the short recap of the previous act. ICSE.
The previous
See,
short form,
yes,
short form, okay, fine, let me see. Act 3, okay, so let's see now. Act 3, C2 you want to do,
yes,
no?
a short recap.
Okay, so what happens is now, Basania was now standing in front of the caskets and wanting to make his choice, correct? Now what happens is, Posha telling him, just hold on, don't be in a hurry to choose. Why? Because she feels that if he is in a hurry and he chooses the wrong casket, he has to leave immediately. He has to leave Belma immediately, that was the conditions. She said, you just hold on, because she loves him very much and she wants him, she wants to enjoy his company for a little longer time. She just hold on, don't be in a hurry to choose. Then what he says is, see, you are asking me to wait, I can wait, but I am getting tortured. I want to choose the correct candidate because I am getting tortured. I feel I am being tortured and put on the rack. Now, what is the rack?
Something that
Yeah.
stretches
Who
our
told you
body.
that?
That stretches our body.
Who told you? Okay. So actually what is the rationale in olden days when they want to torture a prisoner, they kept him on a bed
Yes, ma'am, and that they
and they
would
tied his hands to one end of the bed and his legs to the other end of it. And then they had levers and then they would keep on turning and the bread would keep on stretching and stretching and stretching and the body was so tight till it would tear in the center. So that's being stretched on the rack. He said, I'm feeling that type of a pain. So don't ask me to wait. I want to immediately choose the casket and I want to finish it up once and for all. So she says, okay, fine. If that is your case and if you feel that way, go ahead. So then he says, he goes and then she says, okay, fine. Let's play some lovely music. Let there be beautiful music and the atmosphere be a very beautiful atmosphere. So they had shown the difference between the way she was treating other suitors and the way she treated Basanta. She gave him very special treatment. So finally, in that beautiful atmosphere, he chose the correct casket, and that was the leg casket, where he found this beautiful face there. And he said that the face was so beautiful, even the artist could have fallen in love with that face, okay? And he described that face, okay? Then what happened is, immediately while they're enjoying themselves, immediately Graziano and Nerissa, they come forward. And they said, see, we two had a bet. Graziano is telling Cassandra, we two, I and Nerissa had a bet that if you win your bride, I will get married to her. So Basanya said, what he's saying is true. She says, yes, we have pledged our love for each other, saying that if you fall in love and find your true love, we will get married. So he said, if that is the case, then definitely go ahead and get married, while we also go ahead and get married. So then they go, and before they go, Portia takes a ring from her finger and she gives Basanya. And she says, you take this ring and you will guard it with your life. You are not going to give that ring to anybody under pain of death. And if at all you give that ring or you lose that ring, I will realize that you don't love me anymore. That is why you just deliberately lost that ring. So Bassanio accepts that ring and he wears it. At the same time, even Graciano, Nerissa takes a ring and gives it to Graciano. And they go to church and they get married. Now, you know, they proclaim their love for each other and they have a little bit of a ceremony where they are now proclaiming themselves to be married to each other. And while the celebrations are going on, a letter comes from Venice saying that Antonio's ships have faced calamity. Everything has gone, destroyed. Absolutely, he has become a pauper overnight. And he has now facing the time, he is now facing the time wherein, so he is now facing disaster and he has to face Shylock, who is now demanding his pound of flesh.
But that letter comes with Salario and Lorenzo.
Yeah, it's one of them bring, not Lorenzo. Lorenzo
Actually, he comes with Salario.
with Salario, he comes. He brings the letter. So then what happens is when Bassanio just says, you just read this letter. So Bassanio reads that letter and he says, my God, Antonio is facing so much of problems because of me. I'm enjoying myself over here. The poor man is going to face the knife. So his face, countenance falls. And Portia standing opposite him, Portia sees his face fallen down. And she says, my God, what has happened? So he says, see, read this letter. So when she reads the letter, she said, oh, only 3,000 ducats. I mean, you take everything. You can give 6,000. You can take my house. You can take my mansion. Okay, you can take everything. But get rid of this bond. So then what happens is he said, okay, we will go and we will see what we can do. I will go to Belmont. In the meantime, what does Portia say? She tells Nerissa why Gracia and Bassanio are going to Venice to sort out the problem with Shylock and Antonio. Both of us, we will go to the convent and we will pray. We behave like nuns and we will pray there for their welfare. That's what she tells the entire board of people around. Then she tells Jessica and Lorenzo, please look after my house. My house is in your hands. Look after my servants. Look after them while they are in the convent and while these two people go to Venice. Do they really go to the convent? No. What does she do? She sends a letter with one of her very trusted servants to her cousin, who's Balthazar. Okay, and he's in Padua, sending a letter to her cousin.
And where is he?
Balthazar.
Where is he?
Padua, at Padua. It's in Spain. So she sends him a letter saying that I want to come to you to study the law because I have to save my husband's very close friend. That's the letter she has sent to that cousin of hers. And then she tells Nerissa, get ready. In the evening itself, we will take a ship and or a boat and we will go to Padua. So, okay, they leave. Graciano leaves with Bassanio to Venice, while Portia goes with Nerissa and goes to Padua. There, where she goes to Padua, she talks to her cousin and tells him that their entire story. And then that lawyer, that judge is a very famous judge, an old man. He teaches her, they sit down and look through all the books, all the possible books to find out a loophole whereby which they can save Antonio's life. Okay? And then what happens is they say that is all that happens. That is the end of that chapter. Wherein Portia and Nerissa, they don't go to the convent, but they go to Padua to learn the law. While Portia dresses up like or disguises herself as a clerk, her maid, that is Nerissa, dresses up like her helper, like her clerk. This is the lawyer. Portia dresses up like a lawyer, and Nerissa dresses up like a clerk. And then they both will go to Venice to fight the case in order to save Antonio from the knife. Okay, now we come to Act 3, Scene 3, Venice, a street. A street. Now I know. Now, Scene 3, Venice, a street. Enter Shylock, Salanio, Antonio, and the jailer. See how the jailer is pronounced? Huh? Not gay. G-A. Jailer. Who said jailer? G-A-O. Jailer is J-A-I or G-A-I. G-A-O. Jailer. Now Shylock. Jailer. Look to him. Tell not me of mercy. This is the fool that lent out money crushes. Jailer. Look to him. What he says, jailer. Look to him means keep an eye on him. Keep an eye on him. Keep an eye on home, on Antonio. He's the one who's to give money. Crushes me without charging interest. Look at him carefully. Keep an eye on him. Antonio, hear me yet, good child, listen to me. Who say now Shylock is, and Antonio is pleading his case. Please listen to me. Shylock, I have my bond. Speak not against my bond. I want my bond. Don't you ever talk about anything else but my bond. This book also you will bring. तो क्या लेकर आया है? And I have my bond. Speak not against my bond. I have sworn an oath that I will have my bond. So Shylock will say, I have sworn that I will have only my bond and I will not change my word. Thou callest me dog before thou hadst a cause. Without a cause, you used to call me dog. You used to insult me. See, Antonio was not a saint. He was also instigating enmity between himself and Shylock. For what reason? Because Shylock was a Jew and Antonio was a Christian. At that time, Christianity was the most powerful religion. Okay? And anybody else who was not a Christian was considered to be a pagan. And they looked down. I'm a Christian and you are not a Christian, so we have to look down upon you. That was the belief at that time. Today things are different. So that is one reason. Secondly, Shylock used to take money from people with interest. So that was the reason why Antonio hated Shylock. Okay, and Antonio was very, very rich. So he could afford to give people money free of cost because his business was at sea, while Shylock's business was lending money. So he was the one who was responsible for creating problem between himself and Shylock. You callest me a dog before thou hadst a cause. Without any reason you call me a dog. But since I am a dog, beware of my fangs. Now I am a dog, beware of my teeth, fangs, teeth. I'll cut you, I'll kill you. I'm a dog. So how can you come to me and ask me for help? You will only be bitten by me because I'm a dog. Okay? The Duke shall grant me justice. The Duke was the head of the state. If the Duke had not kept his word, the entire nation, the entire world would be against Venice. Because Venice was the hub of commerce and the whole world would be having trade relationship with Venice. Now, if the Duke did not keep his word, everybody will say, "Arey, that fellow doesn't keep his word. So tomorrow it is him. Next day it will be us. He will not keep his word even when we have a problem. So might as well not have any relationship with the Duke. And that is how he will spoil the economy of Venice. So the Duke had to be very careful with what he did and how he passed the law. And he agreed to the bond. So the Duke had to keep his word. The Duke shall grant me justice. I do wonder, thou naughty jailer, that thou art so fond to come aboard with him at his request. He said, I can't understand you, jailer, you're coming here with me along with Antonio. That means you and Antonio are together. He must have paid you something. That's why you'll come along with him. You should be like me, hating Antonio. But Antonio was not hated by anybody. People hated Shylock. Okay? Now,
Because of Antonio, right?
because Antonio was the merchant of Venice. I think they explained you the meaning of the merchant now.
No.
taught you the very first chapter? Who taught you the first?
You.
Then you must have not taught for the class.
No,
Or
ma'am,
you
I
must have
am
been
there.
a fool,
No,
or
ma'am.
you must have been giving me trouble.
No, ma'am.
You will say no, you will say yes, ma'am, what you're saying is true. No.
Now,
You're not going to say.
Actually, all I
first
say.
act was taught by Imam.
By the eighth one.
Ah,
I didn't teach
yes,
it.
ma'am.
I did not ask that. Two I agree, one and the same, one that's it. He was called the merchant, not a merchant. There's a difference between a merchant and the merchant. The merchant means the only merchant in Venice. He was very, very famous. He was very, very rich. He was very, very kind. He was magnanimous. Magnanimous means he was giving and giving and giving because he was not married. And he was very, very young. And he was very, very old.
It was old.
Yes, Antonio was old. He was not young.
Bassanio.
Bassanio was very young. And Bassanio was taking advantage of Antonio's generosity. Now, what happened is people would go to Shylock and borrow money from him. And if you didn't give the money to Shylock on time, Shylock would charge you interest. Or he would take your property, he would take your land, he would take something to make up for the loss of the money. But what the people used to do, they should run to Antonio. And then they okay, how much do you owe Shylock? So many thousand, take this money and give it to him. And they would take money from Antonio without any interest and pay Shylock. Gradually, people start borrowing from Shylock and they came directly to Antonio because Antonio was giving them the money without any interest. So sometimes they don't pay the money back also. Now, when people were running to Antonio, Shylock's business got lost. Nobody was coming to Shylock. So he was losing his business. And on top of it, Antonio would stand at the Rialto. Rialto is a place where all the merchants used to assemble and they used to do their trading. They used to talk, they used to gossip, they used to have their cup of tea or whatever, at time pass. At that time, Antonio would keep on talking about dog, you're like this. They would have open fights between Antonio and Shylock. Why? Because he was a Jew. They used to call him pagan. You're taking money from people, you're extracting money from people. For people, you're just taking money and their property and all that. So therefore, he converted his friends into his enemies. And he increased his enemies. And that is how everybody was against Shylock. To add insult to injury, Shylock's own daughter Jessica ran away with her father's money.
That's the way the Christian.
That was the Christian. And she became a Christian.
Yes.
So that money became Christian money. She became a Christian. Unlike Portia, whose father was dead, and yet she maintained her father's wishes. That you will get married only to someone who will choose the correct casket. That is the difference between Portia and Jessica. While Jessica, her father's alive, but she looked at him disobedient daughter, obedient daughter. Two daughters. Okay, two exact opposites. So this was the contrast. Compare and contrast Jessica and
But they
Portia.
have like almost same nature for the
They-
one whom we love, right?
Pardon me?
But they have the same nature for the one whom we love, right?
They were totally loyal to the one whom they love. But loyalty also has to be towards the family, no? Family also is important. Just because you're in love with somebody, doesn't mean you have to let go of your family, no? That's all. So where was I now? So then what happened is Antonio was loved by everybody, he was very popular, whatever. And so he was the merchant. So everybody would not call him Antonio, go to the merchant. Go to the merchant, a merchant. Go to the merchant, go to the merchant. That was his second name. That was his second name. And then what happened finally when he lost all his property, he became poor. And then what happens is he was absolutely low and he had to go and borrow money from people. People were giving him money because they knew fully well that maybe today he doesn't have the money, but tomorrow he definitely get the money. And very gradually, he got his money back. His ships came back, and once again, he became the merchant of Venice. He got or he won back his title. Is this clear? Let me repeat this again. So he was the merchant of Venice, okay? Antonio, I pray thee hear me speak. Antonio said, please let me speak, okay? Shylock, I have my bond. I will not hear thee speak. I have my bond and therefore speak no more. Nothing to say, just give me my bond, finish. no argument, no discussion, no compromise. Straight away my bond. I'll not be made a suck and die fool. Don't try to, try to soften me. Don't try to manau me. Don't try to, coax me to change that.
Okay.
Don't try to coax me to change my mind. To shake the head, relent and sigh and yield to Christian intercessors. Follow not. So don't try to use all your Christian principles and your sympathy to make me change my mind. I will not do it. Follow not. I'll have no speaking. I will have my bond. So remember me, listen to me. No speaking, no using any Christian principles. Directly in my bond, matterings. Alina, it is the most impenetrable curve that ever kept between. This is a very, hard-hearted, stone-hearted, pig-headed-hearted curve means dog, who has ever roamed around with men. He's calling him a dog. Antonio, let him alone. I'll follow him no more, meaning I'm not going to talk to him anymore. Okay, with the bootless prayers, he seeks my life, his reason, well I know. He said, it's no point, trying to talk to him, pray for him, because he's not going to change. I know exactly why he wants to keep to his bond. In other words, he wants my life. Okay, I know very well. If oft delivered from his forfeiture, many that have at times made mourn to me, therefore he hates me. So many of people who owed him money, okay, they came to me and I gave them the money and they forfeited the bond. They forfeited the bond that they had with Shiloh. That is why he hates me. In other words, I have helped people who were bound by Shiloh. Forfeiture, they also forfeited money. So I gave them the money, and because I helped them, and Shiloh hates me. I am sure the Duke will never grant this forfeiture to hold. I am very sure that the Duke is not going to allow allow Shiloh to follow his bond. Because following the bond is taking away his life. Nobody, no ruler will allow another man's life to be taken. Moreover, Antonio was paying his taxes to the city.
Yes.
So he was a rich man. Obviously, he would be friendly with the Duke. So why will the Duke allow Shiloh to kill him? Try to understand the position, the political ploy. Antonio was paying his taxes, and his taxes were huge because he was a rich man.
Can you also say that salary was saying the fact that I'm sure the Duke will not allow this forfeiture as salary was trying to be a good friend and trying to console
Who
salary.
he is his friend already.
Yeah, so he's trying, we can see how
He's trying to, friendship, everybody was friendly with Anton, good stuff.
So like every single
Was in favor of Anton. So they were giving various reasons as to how to protect. Yes, correct. Okay. Now, the Duke cannot deny the course of law. The Duke cannot, this is the law. And it is correct. If I don't pay by 3 months, I have to give a pound of flesh. The Duke cannot change the law. For the commodity that strangers have with us in Venice, when the world, strangers in when the world has got a lot of commodity, if they're having import and export business, if they're having so much of business with us, you have to maintain the law. Because if you don't maintain the law in one case, everybody will say, in our case also, he will not maintain the law. Might as well cut off commercial relationship with Venice. So the Duke has to maintain the law. Okay? That strangers have with us in Venice, if it be denied, will much impeach the justice of the state. Meaning the state will get into trouble saying that particular state does not have any respect for the law. Since that the trade and profit of the city consists of all nations, that means all nations are having trade relationship with Venice. So Venice has to maintain its self-respect by upholding the law. Therefore, these griefs and losses have so baited me, means tired me. All these griefs and losses have tired me. Continuously, I'm pleading and pleading, and the fellow not listening to me. I'm tired, please go ahead with the bond. That I shall hardly spare a pound of flesh tomorrow to my bloody creditor. Please go away. Look at my state. I'm so thin, I can't even have 1 pound of flesh from my body to give to my creditor. I'm so thin. He became absolutely, he lost a lot of weight because of the loss that he faced in his business. Well, jailer, go. Pray God Bassanio come to see me, pay his debt, and then I can. Please, jailer, carry on, go ahead. Only I pray that Bassanio comes and speaks to me a few minutes before I lose my life. Otherwise, I cannot. I don't care for my life. I only want to see Bassanio before I die.
So again, an example of the friendship graph.
Can you?
Again, an example of the friendship graph.
I can understand.
Antonio says that all he wants us to go to see Bassanio by the time when he pays the step to.
See, what happened is Antonio was a very, very rich man. And because of that, he was associating with all the rich people and the noble people. Bassanio was a nobleman. Antonio was not nobleman. He was a merchant, but rich merchant. So the rich merchants used to help the noble people. Okay, fine. Now, Bassanio was a very rich fellow. I mean, he was a nobleman. He was very handsome. He was young, but he was a center. He loved wine, women, parties, everything. And that is how he lost a lot of his money. Okay, but he did not lose his style. He was a typical fellow who wanted to live rich, but he had hardly anything in his pocket. So he was run to Antonio. Antonio loved him like a son. So he didn't mind giving him the money. So Bassanio was enjoying his life at the cost of Antonio. And Antonio loved him. He said, my life, my purse, my soul, everything is for you. Ask and I will give it to you. Antonio was that generous. And Bassanio was enjoying himself at the cost of Antonio. And he went to Portia and he told her, he came with a great ship and very well decorated and so many presents, and he himself dressed up very, very well. Finally, he told her that all this that I am showing you is not mine. It belongs to this man whose letter I am reading to you and whose life is in danger. After that letter came out, they got married. That is right. This is the money that belongs to
Now,
that
Portia
man.
was not discarded.
Portia was not, of course, she was just doing married and her husband was living and doing nothing.
Woman was not discarded to know that all his husband has done from someone else.
She was very rich. She just loved him. And Bassanio and Portia, they had met each other many, many, many years ago when her father was alive. Portia had come with a duke, I think a Greek duke or something. He had come to Belmont. At that time, Bassanio saw Portia and their eyes met. And they sent a secret message with their eyes, meaning at that time both of them fell in love with each other. But they did not speak. Portia knew that there was Bassanio in Venice. Venice knew that there was Portia in Belmont. Okay, and that's how he went to become a suitor. Why is it called Belmont? Belmont means beautiful mountain. Bel, beautiful. Mont means mountain. Beautiful mountain. Was the mountain beautiful? No. There was a beautiful lady staying in that mountain, on that mountain. That's why it's called Belmont. Yeah.
And he said nothing like good.
Big bottom. Big bottom. Big bottom.
अरे बुक क्या रहा? मैं बुक में बहुत कुछ लिखा है लोगों के हाथ में लाया हुआ है. मार्केट ऑफ रेजिसी पूरा चल रहा है. तू भी मैं जा रहा हूँ. अभी ना कैंडी तू भी लाची